Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. Season 3, Stage 2 is upon us, and these teams have never been more ready to hit the mat once again. Tonight, we are going to be stepping into the dojo of the Shimada Clan Division with Lotus, our Stage 1 champs, versus Monarch. Will Monarch find their wings tonight, or will they succumb to the beauty of Lotus's skill once again? I'm your play-by-play for the evening, Captain Jack, joined by Zella on production and part-time color tonight. Zella, welcome to Stage 2. What are you excited to see tonight?
Honestly, I'm excited to see everything. I'm excited to see the new strats that these teams have come up with. I'm excited to see these new players. And of course, I'm always excited to hear that lovely team kill ringing out at the end of a fight.
Well, we will definitely have to see if that happens. I want to give a quick shout out already to Hanzuki in the chat. 5 months subscribed with Twitch Prime. That is a great way to support our community. You can hit that heart, punch that bell. I'll actually go ahead and share mine as well right now. I was going to wait till later, but I've just recently hit the 8-month subscription right there. And I unlocked a gift emote. Whoop.
I know you gifted it to me. Thank you.
Oh, how about that? I didn't know I was gifting it to a particular person. I guess it's just random that way.
Well, either way, in regards to these teams, how about we actually go and introduce them? What do you think?
That sounds great. Starting off for Lotus on the tank line, we've got UMN 36 and Mateus. Uni and Eternal coming in on the DPS, and Atomic B and Kel Kanicki coming in on the supports. What do we got for Monarch there, Zella?
For Monarch, one of these classic teams, not much change. We have Bravery and Mosaic on the tank lines, two very strong tanks. We got Night Strike and Hanzuki coming in on the DPS, as well as Saikon 112 and Trippy coming in on our heels. What do you expect to, kind of see a little bit today from either of these teams?
Well, I think this first map is definitely going to be a linchpin in a lot of that. Saikon in Hanzuki, really big on their Pharah and Lucio play. If we end up going straight to Nepal Sanctum to start things off, we are going to be seeing a lot of boops. So Lotus going to have to be on their toes a lot, looking to possibly utilize that double shield to prevent from being booped all over the place, making sure to have that hit scan to try to take that far out of the sky. Honestly, I feel like this is going to be anyone's game. Stage 1 was kind of an upset because Lotus wasn't even in the first place spot, but ended up taking it in the end, which is something we rarely get to see in the playoffs, but it does come down to the skill on that day.
I was gonna say, I think we saw that in almost every division. Actually, some of the lower teams almost coming up and taking their spot. I know my team almost did it. If we had, worked a little bit better, I'm pretty sure as we, Lotus, we saw that happen on the Shimada clan, and I'm trying to think here. Sorry, my bad. For Blackwatch. I'm pretty sure we saw, the two top teams duking it out. But with that, we are going to be getting into this lovely game here on Nepal.
Now, this is always an interesting map to start off on. Control always kind of sets things up for how we're going to be seeing the rest of the match. And it looks like our first map is going to end up sending us to Shrine. This allows for a lot of different strategies to be utilized. Personally, in Plat, I myself like to use the spin to win strategy. I just put my pain and Hammond on that middle pillar, and if I have people to stun me, I typically like most Hammonds. You'll see them just kind of spin around on the point and boot people, but I actually get myself to a point that I'm spinning in the air, like not touching the ground at all, but it's still almost like headshotting people as I just swing around the objective.
Just whacking them?
Just whacking them in the head over and over again, like a billy club just going around the point. And it looks like we're going to be seeing some interesting strats coming out. There's obviously many more that can be used here on Shrine. We're going to be seeing the double shield coming out from Lotus with Uni and Eternal. Oh, looks like they're not going to use that Symmetra to start off. They're going to swap over to that Ashe early, as well as Eternal on that Mei, with Atomic and Kel coming in on the Batiste and the Moira. Bravery and Mosaic also opting for the double shield, but pulling in the Rhine instead of the Orisa. And already we see the deep light coming out from Night Strike, already up to 30% for that Blade ultimate, with the Dynamite going in. Uni now up to 44%. Both very powerful positioning tactics as they work their way in. And the picks are coming in already on Suki and Bravery, following up on Eternal and Kel, and the rest of the team will fall. Lotus having a hard start for this first match as the team kill after the first fight rings loud for the side of Monster.
To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get to see a little bit of Pharah action coming out here, especially seeing as this sub-map in particular has a very open skybox. So that kind of impressed me a little bit, not seeing a Pharah come out for either side.
That is true, but almost a blessing with Hanzuki on that soldier. Definitely would have taken control of the skies rather quickly. But the Blade already coming in. Here comes up the Immortality Shield, trying to hold everyone together as the heals continue to come out. Mateus gonna go ahead and shut down Night Strike, as all they get is taking down the lamp. The Bob moves their way in, but ends up hitting the pillar instead of going on to the objective, which I think was the plan for Uni right there. But the rest of the team is just going to go ahead and follow. The sleep turn comes in for Trippy. Sycon using the beat to save the day as they continue their percentage climb, 46% and climb.
To be fair, I don't think Uni thought that Sycon had his sound barrier as early as he did. I mean, to be fair, we are at about the 55% mark here, but usually, you know, you kind of have that little bit of balance, and I just don't think Uni had that off on him.
Well, I know as an Ashe player myself, sometimes I just like throwing Bob on the point to start that capture. And oh man! What a way to shut down that window before it even got started. A Helix rockets right to the face of Atomic, but Kel takes down Night Strike in return. It's 5v5 fight as the percentage continues to climb. Dynamite going in on the healers of Monarch as they continue to hold strong right now, and the Rhines swinging at each other. Mateus trying to hold strong, will take down Bravery. The Blizzard now coming down on the objective for Lotus as they go ahead and clean everything up. They're going to end up taking down that tac visor, but the Helix Rockets will find Uni in the end. 99% overtime ticking away right now for the side of Monarch. All they're trying to do is feed the objective, trying to keep that going until they can recapture it, but I think they're going to go ahead and pull back and allow them to take it. Lotus starting their percentage climb, and they got a long way to go.
Seeing the double barrier versus the Rein Zarya here is a little interesting. It took a little bit, but they finally managed to aggro out the double barrier here and take control of that point.
That is true, and the Maywall's going to go ahead and separate out after the Gravitic Flux. Nano now coming in onto Mateus as they end up taking down Atomic with the help of Hanzuki right there. Uni going to follow up onto Sycon in return. Shatter coming in big for Bravery, the big Rhine, a player right there, going to take down Eternal with the Fire Strike, but Bob will go ahead and shoot them right in the booty and take them out of the match, as well as still strong for control of this objective as we see this 4v3 fight. Night Strike able to take down UMN as they continue to fight for control, but it looks like they are going to have to pull off this objective, but no! Night Strike's going to come in with the blade.
Oh no!
That's going to be a shutdown right there. Bravery going to return onto Kel with the Fire Strike, but again, they will continue to hold on, but no, the trades continue to come in. 65% climbing right now for Lotus. They are just not giving up whatsoever, but UMN will fall Bravery in the end as they continue to hold on to control. The numbers now coming back in into Monarch's favor right now as they continue to try to push their way in. Just that little tick to start things off. Baton Surge coming in, ends up getting countered by the beat of Sycon. Nano now coming in onto Mosaic. We're going to see if they can earn up that Gravitic Flux once again. The Nano now onto Mateus, ends up getting slipped down by Trippy, but not for long as they end up getting taken down. Shatter comes in, ends up getting 3, but doesn't end up taking down Mateus as we see the Blizzard get traded out with the Gravitic Flux, trying to hold on for as long as possible, but the Blizzard is going to end up getting the pick, but they're looking for 99 to 99 right now as Lotus continuing to hold on to this objective, looking to see if they can take it away. Bob out on the objective. That is pretty much a team kill, and Lotus from the jaws of defeat will take this map here on Shrine 100 to 99.
Jack, are you okay? Can you breathe?
I mean, I haven't done this in about a month, so I'm actually a little impressed in myself that I didn't pass out in the middle of all that. But I'm good, man. I am good. It looks like I am all recovered from the chaos that was multiple ending seasons about a month ago, and we're having a good time. And now we are headed to Sanctum, the one we were looking forward to. It's literally going to be the battle of the boobs with Reddit, Lucio, Sycon versus Atomic B. We do have UMN also in on that. Orisa with those holds could be catastrophic. What do you think we're going to see going into this?
Well, I mean, we already have Eternal on the Torb here, so I'm not quite sure what exactly we're going to see, as I haven't really seen a lot of his Torb played personally.
Well, that turret's gonna be the first one to fall right there, as Uni trying to get some pot shots in to Monarch, going in through the back line, gets the double kill onto Atomic B and Eternal, and it looks like despite the fight not being over, they will end up taking control. Hanzuki coming in on the Vara, ends up getting the double kill on Uni and Kel as the rest of the team cleans it up. 10% and climbing for Monarch.
Thanks.
I know that Hanzuki is a very phenomenal hit scan player, but apparently it looks like he must have been practicing his projectile here, as we're seeing him play a little bit of Pharah.
And that's exactly what you need on a map like this. I mean, they do have the side room, but you can't hold the objective just from that side room. Shatter, though, coming in from the back line. As Bravery coming out, looking to get a pick. Trippy following up with the Coalescence, ends up getting countered by Kel with the Coalescence of their own, but gets tackled out by Bravery. They're going to continue to hold this objective right now, 45% and climbing for Monarch.
We just see Saikon over there just doing a little bit of Reddit Lucioing himself as Uni takes down Night Strike with an early pick for this next fight.
That is a quick return right there as Bob gets invested onto the objective. Atomic gets the boot kill onto Mosaic, trying to fend off that Bob. They will grab control much earlier than they did last time around, starting that percentage climb and locking out Monarch at 62%.
Something that I don't want to see come out from Monarch is that issue that I saw with the last map, and that is just not regrouping in time because they think they've won a fight. That completely killed their momentum on the last fight, and I don't want to see it happen here again.
That is true. Gravitic Flux coming out from Mateus. Ends up only getting really just the Rhine, but does a great deal of damage. Uni and Eternal with that turret and dynamite just burning down the objective. Hanzuki does end up getting the beat on Mateus, though, but the barrage will get mauled by Eternal without either Mosaic shield or a Zarya to be able to bubble you. You are just a sitting duck as Pharah without the rest of your team. 45% and climbing for the side of Lotus.
Alright, it does look like we have Hanzuki swapping onto a slightly more comfortable pick with the Ashe here. Let's just hope we don't see him throw Bob into the pit.
Yeah, that was always a hard one to swallow right there. As Hanzuki already taking down Eternal Shield. Gravitic Flux comes in, grabs 4, but the beat saving the day right there. Uni and Kel able to get the double kill right there as Night Strike taking down Eternal in the backline. Coalescence coming out from Trippy is going to clean things up from that Gravitic Flux, and they're going to go ahead and take the objective back. 62% and climbing right now for Monarch as they lock out Lotus at 76%.
It took a little bit longer than we were hoping, but they finally kind of realized that, hey, it's not exactly a very good idea for us to be, staggering in like that. So it took a couple of fights, but they finally managed to get that idea in, got the full team fight in, and now they've got control back.
That is true. 82% and climbing right now as they take the lead for this map. Gravitic Flux coming out, and the fat one as we see Mateus just swinging the shatter coming out to follow it up. Ends up getting the pick onto Bravery, but they're continuing to try to get those additional picks with both tanks now out for the side of Monarch. It's going to be hard to hold on as Bob gets invested into the fight once again. Shooting down Saikon and Night Strike falling to Mateus. They will grab the objective once again as Lotus restarts their percentage climb, heading us into final fight territory.
To be completely honest, I don't exactly think that Bob there was necessary. He could have used it towards the end or towards the beginning of this fight in order to delay them enough to just not be able to touch the point whatsoever. But I don't think that's going to be much of an issue as we're already at 95% and they haven't even gotten out the door.
That is true, and it looks like Uni working on the other side, going to get the double kill on Mosaic and Trippy without being able to touch the objective. Lotus is going to go ahead and take the lead with our first map here on Nepal. Play of the game. It is going to Mosaic with some beautiful work on that Sigma. We're going to be seeing that quad Gravitic Flux that allowed them, or no, sorry. That was the aftermath of the Gravitic Flux that they were able to clean up right there. Absolutely beautiful work for Mosaic and their team. But as we always say here, play the game does not mean winning the game. So hopefully Monarch will be able to kind of brush this off. It is the first map of the first matchup in stage 2, so nothing to be worried about just yet as we get set up for our next map.
And something, a little word of advice for Monarch there, and I know my team suffers from it a lot too, is they keep staggering in. They're not kind of moving as a group, and that's what's causing them to get picked off. That's why Uni was so effective on that Ashe, was that he was just able to find one straggler, just kind of either in the back or too far off to the side, and he was taking them out before the fight even started and forcing Monarch to go in 5v6.
That is absolutely true right there. Give me just a second and I'll oh man, sorry, we're a little shorthanded tonight, so we're running everything. Okay, we are good to go except for swaps right now. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. Monarch was doing the best when they were working together, when they were coming in as a team, utilizing their ultimates together. But as we saw even there at the end, and it was kind of a desperation move, so I understand why they did it. But that was something that they did in previous pushes as well, is when you split up as a team and you're not confident in your ability to be able to take down an entire side by yourself, it makes it incredibly more difficult to be able to hold on to the objective in that way. And so, like we saw there at the end, we saw Uni, obviously very skilled Ashe player by what we saw during maps 1 and 2, able to get those picks as soon as they were coming through the door onto Mosaic and Trippy right there, preventing them from being able to touch the objective at all. So Monarch needs to decide: do we run this continued death ball strategy, and do we need to stick to being together because that's obviously what has been working for them, or do we need to switch up our strategy so that we are more able to spread out and be effective on our own, but also have the utility to be able to dash between heroes if need be, having maybe a healer on a Mercy, for example, that can be able to get to heroes that are a little out of range a lot quicker, maybe a Brig to be able to throw that desperation emergency health pack there at the last second before they end up getting taken down. There's a lot of different things that Monarch could do better, but again, it was just the first map. It's just the warm-up, if you will. So we are going to be headed to Blizzard World here in a moment for our next map. Blizzard World has been one I have been loving and hating in open queue lately. Like, it's back in the rotation, and I love it because I just love how it looks, and I love playing on the map, but so many people don't know how to play Blizzard World, and it drives me absolutely insane. And I hope that Lotus and Monarch both have incredible strategies to work through this. If you are joining us for the first time here at OCCS, welcome. Welcome to our amazing community right here. We are glad to have you. If you don't know much about what we do, you can hit that Discord button down below the stream to be able to join our Discord. You can either get involved in being a commentator, a producer like myself, or Zella right here. You can get involved with the team, or you can just join the community so that you can get in on all the memes and all the other
The juicy
incredible stuff
drama.
that we do. Yes. A little bit of drama here and there, but every community has it.
Of
But
course.
if you want to support our community, the best way that you can do it is that little heart on your screen. You know that heart, it means love, shows us that you love us. You can hit that heart and fell into oblivion so that you get notified every time that we're online. You could also hit that sub button. $4.99 or Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription will give you access to some incredible emotes as well as support our awesome community. It looks like we do have a swap here. Going to have Michael G coming in for Kel Kanicki, and Silber coming in for Eternal. So
Oh.
those are some interesting swaps right there. So I am excited to see what is going to take place next. I'm just gonna check with the teams real quick. How do you think those swaps are gonna impact this next match on Blizzard World, there, Zella?
To be honest, I can't really say much about the healer swap as I haven't seen a lot of play come out from Michael G. He must have been picked up, before the season actually, or before this stage actually started up, so we haven't had a chance to get to know him as a player. Silber, though, I've heard just from, people that I've talked to inside OCC that he's a very strong DPS. So that's something that I'm a little bit interested to see because I haven't been able to see it for myself.
All right. Well, once we get the ready up from our teams, we will go ahead and get started for sure. And it looks like we are good to go. I do remember the name Michael G at the end of last stage. I don't know if they were just kind of filling in for a team. I'm not for certain who it was. You'd have to go back into the VODs and check it out for yourself. But they did have some skill in them, and I imagine they wouldn't be on the team if they didn't. But for Blizzard World, it's all about the long sight lines and or closing that distance, depending on if you're on the attack or defense. And Amore Hell's Virtue in the chat saying, because F Blizzard World, no! Don't F Blizzard World. This is an amazing map.
No, F Blizzard World.
I cannot help it that people don't know how to play this map. All right, it's so simple.
It's not even that people don't know how to play this map. I mean, I'm pretty sure both my team and Game of Thrones have a little bit of a grudge against this map for a good reason.
It's all about the strategy you use. You either go through the little bar here to the side, you come up, and then you attack them, because usually the defense is holding right out here in front of the Fargo Deep Mine. Or you use a Symmetra teleporter from the exact same spot, get yourself up on the left high ground for the flight to Duskwood, and then move your way into the objective. It's so simple.
Okay, that is true. However, no matter how much you play it, if the server crashes on you mid-game, you kind of can't play the game.
Okay, well, I can't help with that aspect of that. That's not something, and I don't think that should be counted as the map's fault either.
I believe it was a glitch with only that map though, because it happened 4 concurrent times.
All right, well, F Blizzard World, I guess. That's too bad. Silver though, first pick, ends up taking down a Night Strike. They're gonna go ahead and hold that defense right now. With it being a 5v6, it looks like Night Strike is going to have to find a way to Gengu dash right back to the team, because the rest of the team is kind of hanging out right there. The shift coming in from Lotus right now as they're looking to hold on to this objective. Dynamite coming into the front line right there as we see Bravery and the rest of Monarch trying to move their way into the objective. The pick from Hanzuki comes in onto Silver, and that's going to be a big one. They're essentially coming from the spawn of Lotus right now. And they go ahead and grab first pick on the objective. Immortality Field going up, trying to hold everything together as much as possible. That Torture doing a lot of work against those shields, but Hanzuki is just a player on a mission right now. Gets the double kill. The cleanups coming in from Night Strike and Mosaic. They will grab Objective Alpha, giving them 5 minutes on the clock.
Dude, Hanzuki just went on an absolute tear right there. Oh my god. That man wanted nothing to do with Lotus whatsoever.
And that's the best part about it, and I find that this hurts as an Ashe player as well, because as one of the few sniper characters in this game, Ashe has so much utility but has so little power. So if you're facing off against a power boosted Ashe, if you're facing off against Widow or a Hanzo, you're always at a disadvantage. But Silver coming out on top though, but the bomb gets thrown in by Hanzuki before their death, trying to create some space for that payload to continue moving. We see it now, the battle between Night Strike and Silver on the high ground, but Night Strike will end up striking Silver down there at the end. The payload moving furiously through objective number 2 as we see Uni coming out with the goo. Back Chatter coming in from Bravery, but will will end up falling to Uni there in the end, not getting the value that they were looking for. Night Strike able to deflect the Fire Strike, taking down Uni, but it's not gonna be enough. It is now the battle between Hanzuki and Michael G, with the Baptiste coming out on top as they secure the payload. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
That was just a really interesting fight that we got to see. You know, we saw one pick come out for Silver, I believe, or no, for Hanzuki, and then it just completely reversed. And it was like, what is going on here?
It's always about the support that you're getting at the time. Sometimes you're able to hit those headshots, sometimes you can't, and the window comes up for Michael G, but immediately taken down by Hanzuki. As we see the Bob now coming in for Hanzuki as well, working in the back line of the very pushed up Lotus. They're going to go ahead and push that payload forward. Night Strike with the double dash kill, triple dash kill. Wow, the DPS on Monarch are something else. All right, we have made it to objective number 2. 4 minutes on the clock right now for the side of Monarch as they go ahead and move their way into the reign of the Black King for that final objective. They've got plenty of time to make it happen. As the Bob comes out, the res comes in on Hanzuki, looking to see if they can turn it around. The Bob does end up getting split by Stikon. Not going to get the value that's looking for. Oh, we'll get the pick on Mateus there in the end. Is Hanzuki as they continue to try to fight their way forward. Without the main tank for the side of the defense, they're going to go ahead and pull out there. Atomic B does have the beat to be able to be ready to drop at a moment's notice. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
Atomic B has the beat.
Atomic B has the beat. Maybe that's what the B stands for. Atomic B.
Alright, as we are getting into the fight, just on the turn here.
There comes the grab. I was looking for a blade, but it did not happen, and the shatter gonna get wasted there by Bravery. Mateus was ready with that shield so that they were able to clean up that Graviton Surge. 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock right now as they push that payload back to objective 2.
No need for a blade when your team knows how to follow up.
That is right. That is absolutely right. And Union now on the McCree for this area, which I find a little interesting. But now the Bob coming out for Hanzuki, just going to go ahead and dole a lot of damage to Mateus's shield. The window is out though, but not able to get a pick through that window. Nano Blade coming in for Night Strike, ends up getting denied by the beat drop of Atomic B as they go ahead and move their way in. Michael G will take down Night Strike as they continue to move their way back into the objective, looking to see if they can get those next picks to hold on tough. 1 minute, 50 seconds on the clock as Hanzuki is getting pick after pick. Mateus is done. Enough of it. Ends up tackling in, gets Hanzuki, gets the second kill on Stikon, but will end up falling there in the end. The res will come in for Stikon as they go ahead and push that payload into objective 3 with 1 minute 30 on the clock.
To be fair, when you were kind of questioning Uni's McCree pick, Uni has a very solid playstyle whatsoever, or like in the first place, and this is a slightly more closer map, or more closer part of the map.
All right, well, it looks like they're making it work. Gets the double kill after the blade comes out there from Silver. Looking to continue to hold strong. The Bravery will take down Mateus. Gravitic Flux coming in, gets the quad, and they will slam it down. Atomic B, the only one left on the objective, trying to hold on for as long as possible, but will get taken down by Mosaic as well. And we're going to see just barely holding on. Mateus tries to shatter, but gets taken out before they can make it happen. The Bob of Hanzuki just doing work, cleaning up everything and everyone on that objective, but with only 30 seconds remaining on the clock, they have their last chance to succumb. Happening right there. 29 seconds on the clock as objective 3 is grabbed by Monarch.
we saw a very solid hold from from Lotus, though, because of the fact that we had 4 minutes on the start of that point 3 or point C, and they managed to whittle it down just to 29 seconds. So it's not for a lack of trying that they're doing very well here.
Oh, absolutely not. And that's really what it comes down to for Objective 3 as well. Is Objective 3 is the hardest one to push in on because it is the swap of defensive advantage for your team. For the first 2 points on any hybrid map, the attackers always have the advantage. They always have the closer spawn. But then when you get to that point 3, closer and closer you get to the defensive spawn and make it so much easier for them to hold on to that objective. It makes it so hard to get it in that final little bit. And, Monarch did the best that they could. They did get it above the overtime mark, so they will get a second chance at attacking this point if they don't completely shut down the defense first.
So, I mean, we are seeing Night Strike here come in on the Widow with Hanzuki on the Ashe. Playing those long sight lines here is a very good idea in this situation.
That is absolutely true, but the only way that it truly works out for you is if the team decides to go through that main entrance. If they go through the pub, and
it looks like they're
pause.
doing.
Yep, I'm trying to. Okay, it looks like my pause has changed. That's not good because it should be on 5.
There we go.
Sorry, for some reason the numlock was off on my keyboard, but we got it paused. Apologies. I'm not for certain what we have a pause for though. So like nobody's disconnected. We haven't had I don't see anybody dipping out, and that's
it might have something to do with the Reaper that's kind of off in the corner.
Okay.
I don't know. It might. I don't know.
That I don't know it as well. So sorry about that for the side of Lotus. Just had a key out of place, unfortunately. But it looks like are we ready to go already? I don't even know what the problem was. So if we're
no clue.
I guess we're good to go. So let's go ahead and start it back up again.
Alrighty.
I don't know what the issue was, but
it seems to have gotten figured out.
Yep, they figured it out, and that's all that matters. They're going to violently move their way into the objective, starting out. As we go ahead and see the picks coming in, Silver able to take down Night Strike on that high ground, and despite losing that 30 seconds at the beginning, they will furiously take objective Alpha regardless. So honestly, did they really need that 30 seconds to begin with?
Nope, not at all.
5 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock as they grab objective Alpha. Lotus is on a mission right now to shut this entire thing down and grab objective 3 with a fever. And Uni on that Reaper right now is just doling out a lot of damage in the backline, but it's going to end up swapping over to the Ashe, with Hanzuki now swapping over to the Forest.
Oh no, and Silver just getting dinked by Night Strike.
When your brother takes you down, it always hurts. It always hurts.
I think they were doing a reenactment of the dragon
cutscene.
Yeah, the dragon cutscene.
Silver just needed to have their ultimate online so that they could redirect the arrow. That was the problem.
Oh, of course.
Of course. That was it. Mosaic able to get that pick onto Atomic B as well. So we are still in this 5v6 fight right now. As Ultimate's already coming online for the side of Lotus. They aren't able to push in because of all the aggressive fire coming in from the front line and the sky. Bravery will take down Michael G there in the end. 4:20 on the clock right now as Lotus
nice.
Grouped for a full push. It is nice. It is nice.
Sorry, I had to. It was right there. It was super easy.
That's why I picked my timing very perfectly.
We are seeing the aggression here coming in for Mateus as well.
Ooh! Shutting down the barrage as we see blade come in that ultimately does nothing except for loud Japanese shouting and showing off like a light show. Uni and Atomic B, though, will go ahead and clear the objective as Silver enjoys their moment to shine.
Their lovely firework display.
Yeah, lovely firework display. Dragon Strike coming in, but honestly wasted right there. The objective's already captured. They have the spawn point literally behind you. I don't know if Night Strike's maybe looking to change. But
that's what I'm kind of thinking
not
here if he manages to go back here. And if he doesn't, then that's a big waste of his Dragon Strike.
That's a big one! The only one they don't get is Mosaic, and that doesn't allow them to follow up on that Shatter, but it doesn't look like they need it, regardless. The payload is... except for that little bit on point 2, that payload has not slowed its moving. 420 again on the clock as
Nice.
they move their way into objective 3.
Hey, to be honest, Jack, the moment you said 420 was also at 69 meters, so...
Oh, see, it was maybe Lotus. Maybe that's what they got going for them. Is just the numbers. The numbers on them.
They got the numbers on their side.
Oh, the Shatter coming in for Bravery right there. Gets nothing but shield, though, as we see Night Strike on the Reaper working in the back line. Mosaic able to follow up onto Silver, and that's going to go ahead and allow them to hold this objective right now at the 91-meter mark. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock as they push Lotus back through.
Honestly, I think this is what Monarch 100% needed in that situation. They needed to just get one fight through. They needed to get that one fight, and it looks like there's a quick regroup coming in, though, so that one fight isn't...
It makes all the difference, too. The mob comes in, but ends up getting booped off the side, not really looking for the value. Nanoblade coming out once again, ends up taking down Night Strike in the back line to start things off, and now working their way back in. Silver at least able to get one with that Nanoblade this time around, as Useless Teacher in the chat saying it's not about the loud Japanese, it's about sending a message.
Nah, it's about the loud Japanese.
Did you know if you get nano boosted as Genji and pop your out, all your Japanese is just that much louder? I mean, come on.
I sometimes I have a habit of just screaming random Japanese words when I play Genji now and I Blade. It's really entertaining, but also very annoying at the same time. It's the perfect blend.
That is absolutely true in that. I mean, I find the same thing when I play Sombra as well. I'm always on the avocados are useless team.
Been here all along.
Been here. My bean has been here.
I've been
all
here.
Right. So now we're in an interesting setup. Monarch really has to group themselves up for this one because they only got a minute on the clock. They got one chance. One opportunity.
Could not miss their chance to blow.
Spaghetti, all that jazz. Take this objective. And on the defense, they're going to have 3 minutes and 38 seconds to hold this objective, of which got taken in 30 seconds the first time around by Lotus.
I mean,
is there anything that Monarch can do right now?
Honestly, we've seen different. I know a couple of teams who have held Blizzard World for a solid 4 minutes, no cap whatsoever. It really depends on the team and what they have planned. Also, I do want to thank Widowfaker.
You're getting all sorts of love tonight.
Yeah, I love it. I got a gift sub.
Got a gift sub, you got more emotes right there, and Widowfaker, thank you so much for your 8 months of subs. Getting into the action right now is Night Strike, dropping into the backline, looking to see if they can take down Uni, but will be unsuccessful. The Dynamite comes out, ends up taking down Trippy and Psycon right there as they go ahead and clean up the objective. Mateus with the double kill onto Night Strike and Bravery as the team kill rings loud and proud. Only 10 seconds remaining on the clock. We're going to see some Ball Winston probably coming out here very shortly.
Or not?
No, I guess not. Hanzoki is going to be the one to come in as the Sombra. Maybe, hopefully, touching time. Nope. That's not going to happen. Not going to be able to touch in time. Not a tick to be had right there for the side of Monarch, but they still have a chance. They can still tie this up and then put themselves in a good position for the second half.
What's a chance?
It's
One
it's a
opportunity?
thing that yes, mom spaghetti and all that jazz, as we
Ah.
covered before.
Gotcha. So it's a
Uh,
mix of mom spaghetti and one opportunity. Is
Yes,
one chance.
that's one chance. That is true.
Ah.
Honestly, you might lose yourself if you're not paying attention, to be completely honest.
No, you gotta own the moment.
That's true. That is
Never
true.
let it
And
go.
This is Monarch's moment right here. Monarch has the opportunity to be able to hold this objective, but based off of the performance that we've seen so far from Monarch, they're having a difficult time trying to take down Lotus. If you had any advice for them, what would you tell them to try to shut down this aggression coming out from the side of Lotus?
I would recommend shutting down the DPS in the first place. Once the DPS are shut down, the tanks don't have as much of an opportunity to play as aggressive as they want to. And that just kind of shuts down the entirety of Lotus as not being able to play aggressively.
Defend objective A.
See, I'm almost on the opposite, meaning I want them to take down the healers in that fact, because we have been seeing Atomic B and Michael G really supporting both Uni and Silver during their attacks. So if you're able to get that damage in without having to worry about it, they might be able to hold strong. We'll see what will end up coming out. The anti-nade coming in for either side allows for kills on either side, and Psychon and Atomic B go down. Uni soon to follow at the hands of Hanzuki right there. 5v4 right now as we see Silver working on that side, looking to see if they can get some damage into that sideline, trying to earn up that blade. Michael G already halfway to the Nano as we see Lotus pull back. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining on the clock as they prepare for their next push.
Honestly, for them, time isn't really a big issue. Unlike how it was for Monarch. There we go.
That is true. Speed boost coming in there for Atomic B, trying to push their team into the action as Uni takes down Psychon. That's a great way to start. Coalescence is now coming out. Uni gets the second kill on the Night Strike. Time the fight going into the backline, looking to see if they can clean it up. But Trippy takes down Atomic B. Shatter coming in. Silver gets the dash kill, and that's all she wrote heading into the end of the first half. Lotus will take Blizzard World, making it 2-0 in our Shimada Clan series tonight.
Hey, we just saw a just great fight come out for Lotus. That's pretty much all we got in that situation. They're doing Monarch is doing the best they can, but they just can't seem to shut down this Lotus lineup.
That is absolutely true. I'm interested to see what Monarch will come out with in the second half. They are more than capable of being able to bring it back, maybe taking us to a map 5 as well on our first night of stage 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. The Overwatch Cavalry Club scrims will be back in about 5 minutes.
Hope you guys enjoy the new support halftime. All right.
Get in there.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims Season 3, Stage 2 starting matchup between Lotus and Monarch in the Shimada Clan Division. First of all, I want to say thank you to FufuBerry86 and Zella. Stop freaking hacking the stream and taking everybody's free stuff, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Hey, I'm not doing anything. Apparently, I've just been blessed by RNGesus today.
Twitch is just on your side. Is that what you're saying?
I guess so, because I haven't done anything.
Just rolling a D20 on everything that's coming in.
Pretty much, dude.
It happens.
I mean, we were talking to you, or I was talking to you, and just kind of going around, and I see Fufu subbed at tier 2, and then immediately I see something pop up, and I'm just like, hey Jack, I got another emote.
2 emotes and a gifted sub. What else can we get Zella tonight? Let us know in the chat right now. Right.
But either
I
way,
now remember to mute the game or mute the stream as I hear my own voice in the background. So had a great starting off. Um, it looks like both teams are ready to go as we head into our next map, Route 66. Lotus showing to be incredibly dominant, though, during the first half. And I'm not for certain, honestly, what else to say to that. Monarch has been trying their best to really fight this down, but even if they get Lotus down to half the team, it seems like they just can't get the picks that they're looking for to solidify eliminating Lotus in its entirety to be able to hold on to the objective point or the payload or whatever it is that they're trying to secure. Why do you think that is, Zella?
honestly, I don't think it's for a lack of trying. They're doing their best in every situation, and we can tell just from the fact that they're getting those picks. But honestly, I think they're getting the wrong picks at the wrong time. Or or more like wrong picks right time. Like they're picking off the people that need to be picked off, or they're picking off the wrong people, and they're doing it at the right time or the wrong time, depending on where it is. And that's just not putting them in a good position.
That is absolutely true. We will see what they
about.
pull off this time around. It looks like with Eternal back into the action, subbing in for Uni, and Kelkaneki coming in for Atomic, we are going to get to see some Echo action tonight. But, oh, lo and behold, Monarch, they're getting ready to dive in and dive deep. Let's see if they can make it work.
Lotus may have an Eternal, but, you know, Monarch has a Hanzuki.
That is true. That McCree is very strong for Hanzuki. I mean, a lot of his characters for Hanzuki have been proving very dominant tonight. So let's see if they can make it happen. The dive already working its way very well in. Not able to get that first pick, though, as Mosaic able to take down Silver. That puts them in a good standing, but Kalkaneki and Mateus end up following up on the support. So that's going to go ahead and destroy this dive composition right now. Nightstrike able to get an additional pick with Hanzuki as well. And the trade just keeps coming in. That payload continuing to move its way forward right now as they try to stand strong, but with the teams kind of so even, it's hard to continue to hold on.
I would agree in that situation. We already see that one Lucio has their sound barrier already in this situation compared to the other being at half right now. That's gonna put Monarch in a rough situation here.
That's true, but Nightstrike also has their ultimate online. Mosaic and Bravery choose to follow right there. And here it comes to start off the beat. Coming in as the Blade and the Monkey get invested right there. Mosaic, I'm not for certain what happened. I think ended up getting D-Mech before they were able to effectively throw bomb right there. But they are going to hold that objective nonetheless. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. As long as they can keep Eternal from holding this objective too long. Oh! But Eternal coming in as the Monkey themselves! The angry Monkey on the field! Eternal booping everyone around. Gonna hold that objective for the rest of the team to be able to get back in. High Noon coming out from Silver, looking to get picked, but the shield does hold it all together. Now we see High Noon coming out for Hanzuki, not able to get the value it's looking for, but Mateus swinging hard, swinging fast, able to get the double kill right there. The rest of the team gonna clean up and re-control the objective with 1:45 remaining on the clock.
It was looking so promising for them too in this situation, and then they just kind of let Eternal swoop in and be like, yeah, by the way, I'm Monkey now.
Yep, and that's when you hate to see it, when you hate to see that hold right there. Nightstrike in the back line, though, ends up getting the first pick onto Silver as the dive moves their way onto the high ground, looking to see if they can retake control. We've got some ultimates online, ready to go. Double kill comes in from Zycon and Bravery, but Mateus follows up onto Zycon as well. They're going to continue to fight their way in as UMN ends up taking themselves out with their own secondary fire. Mosaic follows up on Michael G, and objective 1 is captured with just about a minute on the clock. That's going to give them 3.5 minutes to push through to objective number 2.
Honestly, I think they can do it. They're working a little bit more as a team, and we're seeing that now as they're actually managing to pull off these dives in a speedy fashion.
That is true, and especially with a dive composition, you absolutely need that coordination. If you don't have that coordination, the dive will just fall over and over again. Diva Bomb goes in that back line, ends up taking down UMN, sacrificing for the greater good of the team right there. As Bravery able to follow up in that back line onto Michael G, but it doesn't seem like there were many on the payload, if any, on the payload.
Is just getting knocked around by the Angry Monkey too.
But, woo! Bravery just cleaning it up, not even worried about taking it all on themselves. They're going to move their way in, grab Cal Kaneki with the help of Hanzuki there in the end. As we see the regroup coming in, Monarch is just going to take a high ground stance to try to see if they can lock them out of this choke, but Eternal is back in as the Reaper and not going to let that happen.
Oh, and the big shatter coming out for Muteus.
Make that 3, ends up getting Night Strike with the pick. Nano also coming in, ends up taking down Trippy with the Fire Strike, but they're still holding strong for the moment. Silver, though, with a double kill of their own, I think is going to go ahead and solidify this objective, and with ultimates getting ready to come online for Monarch, it is going to be hard for Lotus to be able to hold on to this objective.
Saikon also just barely managing to get away from that massive hammer of Muteus. Just barely.
That is true, and now we see the battle between Night Strike and Eternal on the high ground. He gets joined by a majority of the team as the Bob gets thrown into the objective, ends up getting shielded off by UMN as they try to wait out the Bob. High Noon coming up, almost gets taken out by the Bob, but Silver does get the double kill in the end. Night Strike and Bravery with a double kill of their own ends up following up onto Eternal as well. The lone McCree Silver trying to hold on, trying to get into that objective so that the team can get back in, but in a 2v1 fight, it's just not going to be enough. With just, again, a little less than a minute on the clock, we will see Monarch grab objective number 2 as they push in to objective number 3.
Do you ever think that Bravery just says, haha, monkey, go bzzz?
I mean, if you're not saying that as a Winston player, you're doing something wrong.
Haha, monkey, go
something wrong. Monkey, go I remember there was a post a couple of days ago that I saw in an Overwatch group I'm in that was like, how do you become a better Winston? And I was like, you jump, you boost, and you emote. And that's how you play Winston. That's the best way to play Winston. And the best way to play double tank is what we're seeing coming out from the side of Lotus as they go ahead and recapture the objective. Mateus is going to be a very strong force on the side of Lotus right now.
It looks like they did actually take the time to swap off of the dive, going back to that comfortable Ryan Zarya here.
That is true, but going to get immediately taken down by Michael G. It's not going to be good for them. High Noon coming out for a Silver right there, but the rest of the team is able to get away, so that is not going to get the value it's looking for. Hanzuki back on the Ash, ends up getting taken down by Silver, but that Dynamite does a lot of damage. Shatter coming in from the Tiz, ends up taking down Bravery with the help of UMN. As Silver follows up onto Night Strike with only 60 seconds remaining on the clock. We are seeing a very strong hold from the side of Lotus.
That's something that we're getting kind of used to seeing, is Lotus playing the double shield here, and it looks like they're obviously extremely comfortable on it and not worrying about it in the face of an aggressive Ryan Zarya comp.
The Eternal in the backline ends up taking down Trippy, but falls to Hanzuki in the end. Bob going into the objective. Oh, but just squeaks through into the side room, though. So it's not going to get the value that they're looking for. That is one thing you gotta hate as an Ashe player. The payload really determines where your Bob goes sometimes. And that angle just shot him right into that side room. It was not good positioning for them. We are now in overtime, folks, as we see the gravitic flux now coming out from UMN. The beat drop gonna get invested by Zycon as they try to move their way in. We see the Nano Blade and Shatter online, probably looking for a wombo combo. Shatter coming in along with the beat, looking to see if they can follow up on it. And the Shatter is back. They are cleaning it up. But Silver in the backline ends up getting the double kill on Ice Drake and Zycon. But then returning the Shatter ends up taking down the entire team. That will be a hold of objective number 3 with 37.71 meters and a team kill to boot.
That just must not feel good for Monarch, though, in that situation. Having such a decent role that they did, just going through, you know, getting point 1, getting point 2, and then just getting stopped on that turn of point 3. That's just gotta leave a bad taste in their mouth.
That is true right there. And it was definitely a very hard one, and I see the lulls coming up in the chat right now for that play. It was unfortunate, and you know, the best times that you try, you still have a hard time on it. Like some of my biggest oops are on Nepal Sanctum. You use the coach gun to get yourself in the air so that you can try to throw Bob on point from the side.
Yeah.
And then he's just an inch off from that edge, and you just see him go, bye-bye.
I had to witness that personally, and I really, it's not a fun feeling. Just watching all your hard-earned alt charge getting thrown into the abyss.
Well, all that stuff they pumped into me
Have a
has
good
to be
time,
for
Bob. I
something.
heard there's a lot of bodies down there.
Yeah, right.
All right. Now we see Lotus going on to the attack. It looks like we're going to be seeing Eternal still on that Echo, as we now see Silver swapping over to the Widowmaker.
A widow?
That's right, a widow, a window licker, if you will. But Bravery and Mosaic coming in as the double shield and getting the first pick with that fire strike. Gonna prove very strong for them. This is the traditional double shield with Ryan and Orisa. It holds very strong. Lots of damage being doled out by Mosaic right there into the shield of Mateus. And without a second shield to kind of absorb that, they really got to try to hold on as long as possible. The double kill coming in from Hansuki and Nightstrike. Makes that a triple as Mateus soon to follow afterwards. Junkrat is just going to decimate this unless we see Lotus figure out a turnaround for this composition.
You know, we just kind of have the Junkrat just kind of vibing right now. Just chucking bombs wherever he wants them to be. And that's going to be a really big issue for them only having that one shield.
That was a very questionable shatter. I don't know if they were trying to debate it out, but the sleep and the counter tackle comes in to try to take down the nanoed Rhyme, but will be unsuccessful. Tyre coming out after the shatter comes down, gets the double kill, and they will continue to hold here at the choke point with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Monarch is vibing hard right now.
The Monarch is just kind of vibing. That's all they need to be right now. They need to take control of that spot, which is what they're doing, and they're just kind of rolling with it.
And they have the blend of heroes that they need. They got Hanzuki on that can take care of Eternal if they need some additional guns. Mosaic is able to do that damage. I know as a tank player myself, I've done that all the time. And now we're seeing the Tac Visor coming out, looking to try to find Eternal, but Eternal's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
No thanks. I don't want to get shot
better. Out. All right, now they're going to make their way in. Oh, and Eternal is coming in this ride. Look, it's immediately deleted. And the Mondo's coming. The Shatter down. Staying. Gets the whole team is Silver with the Dynamite. Gets the triple kill. Team kill rings loud with 1:30 on the clock. They have broken through Monarch's defenses.
What? Oh, you think so? I think they have one little defense here yet. One little bit of time, especially with Eternal getting shut down by Hanzuki here. They might have just enough time. with
I
legs
don't
coming
think
in.
they're going to be able to touch in time. It's so close, but without the Lucio, they just don't have the speed or a Symmetra teleporter just to be able to make up that long distance in a little bit of time. As we talked about before, the defense is always at a disadvantage when respawning into protecting the objective. And now they are back in that position once again with the high ground already in control of Lotus. Joker going onto the high ground. Nightstrike able to get the pick onto Eternal with the concussion mine. And going to go ahead and start pushing into that front line as well. Ash, Silver coming in with that dynamite. It's nothing but shield, but does take down Hanzuki in the end. But the Helix Rockets will take down Kel. Bob now in the fight, gonna get slept immediately by Sycon as Michael takes down Nightstrike. Pick after pick coming in for the side of Lotus. They have gotten what they needed, and they are not stopping now. Both nanos going in on both rides as the Shatter comes in, gets nothing for Bravery except Eternal's beam into the back of their head. That payload is moving furiously into objective number 2, and if we want to see them hold this, they have to get on this objective now.
Oh, but we do have the Riptide coming in here.
No. That is such a hard thing to decide on as a Junkrat.
Do I tire here or?
It's either to tire or either to get on the objective. It's always a hard pick. And unfortunately, that tire did not do the value it was looking for. Double shatters, though, coming out for Mateus and Eternal as they clean up the objective. Nightstrike able to follow up onto Mateus, but they got to move their way back in very quickly. They're only about 15 meters from grabbing this objective, winning the first series of the stage for the Shimada Clan division. Nightstrike ends up falling to the anti-native attack visor, gets boosted by Kalkaniki, looking to see if they can get that pick. Will be unsuccessful, but the res does come in for Nightstrike. They're continuing to hold strong as the Bongos now get invested. Only 1.93 meters remaining at the Eternal, and Nightstrike trading kills on the objective. The Bob ends up going into the backline. Sleep Dart, though, coming in for Sycon as the Nano gets invested onto Bravery, trying to continually hold this objective. Nightstrike on the high ground, just stoling a lot of grenade damage into the team, and that will hold this point for now with 2 minutes 25 seconds on the clock.
You know, earlier on, point 2, Muteus was electrified, he was blue, and he was angry, and now it's just kind of petered out just a little bit. I thought that they completely had it there, but, you know, Monarch just managed to make the comeback and take the point back for now.
That is true, and now they're going to see if they can hold on to it. Bravery does have a fat shatter in the pocket. Can they get Mateus to lower that shield long enough to be able to get that fatty shatty tire coming out from Nightstrike? Ends up getting
shut down
deleted
again.
by you, and then a shatter is fat. They get the triple. They're cleaning it up. Silver able to take down Nightstrike, but that is not going to be enough. The res does come in, bringing Nightstrike back into the fight quickly, and another minute is shaved off of that time bank. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh no, Silver getting themselves staggered out in this situation. That is not a good position for them to be in.
Nope, that is not good, but they still got time on the clock, and that's all that matters. They don't even have to push it all the way. They just got to get it that little bit of distance, that 10 meters remaining right there. They need one push, one shot, one opportunity. Mom spaghetti!
Muteus and Eternal both have their ultimate.
Eternal coming in as the Rhine gets swept out, but the Grace comes in, and it is hot. 2 Rhines swinging into it with all their might, but the Nano gets invested. Red coming in onto Mosaic. Prep Trippy will be successful as Nightstrike ends up getting taken out of the fight. The Bob going into the
Oh no! Bravery!
And getting taken down on Suki with the tag finder. Ends up taking down Eternal, but gets followed up on by UMN. Trying to hold on. It's a 3v3 right now, but they're just not enough to continue to hold on. They're trying to keep it going. The shatter comes in, and Lotus at the last moment will take objective 3, giving themselves a 3-0 tonight in our Shimada Clan series.
That was just a long fight, to say the least.
It is. I'm sitting in a fan and air-conditioned house right now, and I am sweating buckets, folks. This is a lot of amazing gameplay going on for our first match of the new stage. Mateus coming in with that
Someone
fat
needs to
shatter,
show how it's done.
32,000 damage blocked in that match. Absolutely huge right there. And remember, we are now in the beginning of the stage once again, so we will be playing that final map for map differential. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. As we see, what do you think that Monarch has a chance of at least retrieving a little bit of dignity in our final matchup tonight?
From what we've been seeing, taking them down to, like for example, the 1 minute mark or the 30-second mark, especially on as close of a point or as close of a game as that was, I feel like they're getting back into their groove here, and that the teams are fairly matched now that Monarch has, a little bit of their groove in.
All right, well, it looks like Uni is going to be coming back into the action. So we got that going for us right now. In the chat, it looks like everyone is just blowing up. Such big plays going on during Route 66. It has been absolutely huge. Atomic B also going to be coming back in for Kelkanicki. And despite the fact that Lotus has literally swapped every single match that they've played tonight, it doesn't seem like their team is missing a beat at all. Everything is just so uniquely timed, uniquely placed every single time. And the only times that Monarch are able to get through are the times that they literally bring the full force of everything they have down on Lotus, which, I mean, no team, honestly, would be able to hold up onto that. So, but winning one fight out of every, 4 or 5 fights does not a victory make. So,
Wait. Does not a victory make...
Yes.
Jack, I just listened to that and I almost had a stroke trying to read it.
I was trying to be poetic there.
No, my friend. That's not how that works.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I think how
in
how
this
does one call
situation,
the a summer's day to which Overwatch we get to play? Thank you. I'll be here all week. All right, I'm gonna see if the teams are ready to go. Zilla, if you were Monarch's coach right now, what would you be recommending to them to try to hold Temple of Anubis away from the clutches of Lotus?
This is gonna sound really counterintuitive because of the fact that they are competing here, but they gotta try and have fun. My team is learning this specifically, is that when you're having fun is when your team tends to play the best. So they need to kind of clear their mind out, go in as a team, and just have fun.
Whoa. You mean this is a game and we're supposed to have fun?
Yeah.
What? I feel a lot of people in the chat just kind of rolling their eyes at you. I know that
Oh,
you
yeah,
mean well,
completely.
and I know,
oh,
and I know that
100%.
you're absolutely right. Like, having fun playing a game does really put you at your best. But I mean, so many of us have been in those comp matches that are just so toxic, and you just can't get away from it. But our teams are ready and raring to go. Let's see if Monarch can put on a happy face and see if they can take Temple of Anubis to at least give them a little bit on the scoreboard for this evening as we head to Temple of Anubis.
So just remember, Monarch, no pressure here. Just have fun.
Yep. I mean, it is map differential, but what? The stage runs like... well, even just what we saw last stage, Lotus wasn't the top team, so as long as you make it into the playoffs, which there's only 3 teams, so congratulations, you're in the playoffs.
Yay!
Yeah, you you don't have to try super hard this time around. You know, I'd almost say take this time to really be
Ready for battle.
monitoring Lotus right here. You know,
Be
don't wait for
creative.
bots to come out. Yeah, I mean, come out with anything.
Oh,
And
okay,
and you do
monkey
that, and,
ball.
we got some monkey ball coming out right here. Beautiful game for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, PlayStation
Sega?
2, I think. I thought.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
I thought it was the PlayStation 2.
Either way, if you never played it, I would
Super
recommend
Monkey
going
Ball?
to the YouTube channel Bentendo. Simply Nailogical's Bay. He did a day where he played Super Monkey Ball, and it was pretty hilarious. But this is gonna be even more fun because the ball can talk. So
Wait, the ball can talk?
the ball can talk.
Oh no!
And the big slam already coming in, ends up missing the Rockets. Mateus is the first pick, ends up coming in on the Uni. UMN able to follow up onto Mosaic, though, as we see now Bravery trying to come back in as that ball gets swooped up into the sky, but able to get that big slam. Coming back in once again, the trade comes in as Hanzuki able to get the double kill. Night Strike with a double of their own, and they are just shutting it all down right now as they take objective Alpha with 3 minutes 15 seconds on the clock.
Wait, so you saying them having fun is actually getting them the point?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I see Monkey Ball as a fun comp that you don't get to play very often, so.
Absolutely not. And this combo of the Pharah, Mercy, and the Sniper is also working incredibly well for them as well.
Oh, and Brave just gets melted.
Yeah, those discords will do it to you. Atomic B and Mateus able to get the double kill right there. As Uni follows up onto Psycon. That is going to shut them down, but they got 5 minutes 40 seconds right now to be able to push into this objective and grab it. So they got time, no worries there. But it looks like they are going to swap off that dive to a more traditional comp. The Ryan Zarya coming back out once again.
Darn.
True, I would have loved to see more of it, but honestly, if you don't have Mateus on that Rhine, they may.
Oh!
Eternal, you bad man! Oh, the quad kill comes in huge with the unsuspecting tire, and that's a shutdown of a push that didn't even get a chance to exist. 5 minutes remaining on the clock.
Oh, dude, this is just getting rough here. We are seeing Hanzuki though, kind of getting a bit of value on Widow, but not a lot through the double shields here.
That is true. It's all about the angles right now, and hopefully it's trying to focus on where Uni is, but maybe just can't get a good line of sight onto them. Atomic B able to take down Bravery. The barrage comes.
Oh, Eternal!
The concussion mine will take them down, as well as the Transcendence, saving everyone else on the field. Is a 3v3 right now as Eternal ends up falling to Psycon. Psycon in the backline just doling out damage as that Lucio. Bob comes in but gets taken down by Hanzuki and flukes off the objective. And here comes the red and Lucio. Psycon just holding on to the objective while the rest of the team is trying to get the fix that they are looking for. Night Strike back in on the Doomfist, getting pick after pick right now. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of percentage on the objective, though. That's not going to be good for them because the spawns are coming in.
They're not shooting the Lucio.
That's the first one. The first pick, second tick coming in right now as we see Night Strike taking down Michael G. Looking to get that third one. The Bongo's coming in right now, but in a weird angle will get taken down there by Night Strike, as well as Uni UMN trying to hold it long as possible. Meteor Strike coming in right now, trying to hold the game. Will grab the objective with 3 minutes 21 seconds on the clock.
This is insane. Coming out from Monarch. Where was the fight? Where was the fight this entire rest of the game?
I mean, that's a really great question. But we also saw some change in strategy for the side of Lotus as well. The one difficult part about running the Sigma Orisa double shield composition is you can't get aggressive. You can't really fight against it up close. It's more of a distance composition to keep your enemy at bay. But but between the dive and the Rhine Zarya that came out for the side of Monarch, they just couldn't hold strong. They just couldn't, and the DPS just getting pick after pick. Hanzuki on the Widow, and then the Ashe Nightstrike on the Junkrat, and then the Doomfist. We're just able to utilize those picks over and over again, because again, you didn't have a stun character. Well, I guess you did have Sigma, but that rock sometimes is a little hard to place. It has some charge time, so it's really hard to place that way. But you didn't have like a Rhine that you could like tackle against the Doomfist to stop them, you know, be able to swing back at the Rhine that's swinging at you. And now we're going to see them come out with that double shield this time around with Mateus and UMN again back on the Rhine Zarya for this fight.
And Eternal on the Sombra as well.
Oh, that's not gonna be a good day. If you have watched Eternal Sombra, the picks just come in non-stop for Eternal and will be greatly successful. So they really got to look at shutting that down early. They are moving their way into the objective. The Tick's Ore being had. We now have the Lamp online. Tackle comes in for Mateus, but not getting the value it's looking for. Dynamite into the backline there from Hanzuki as Eternal able to take down Bravery with main take out of the fight. Gonna be hard to hold on to that. Coalescence now coming out from Michael G in the side room, trying to keep the team healed up and push the rest of the team off the objective. UMN able to follow up on Hanzuki as Nightstrike falls to Mateus. They're going to go ahead and grab Objective Alpha in just about the same fervor and speed that we saw from the side of Monarch. We're giving them about 5 minutes, 45 seconds to move their way into Objective Bravo.
We might actually be seeing a little bit more of a interesting game of Anubis.
Don't tell me it's going to be one of those like 6 point to 6 point, 8 point to 8 point matches.
No. Oh!
He's in the shatter! The last second, the window and tire come out on either side, though. Looking to see if they can even it up. Hanzuki's Bob gets thrown through the window and has given the value it is looking for as they take control of the objective, just shutting it all down. We are now at the 5 minute mark. Plenty of time for the side of Lotus to come back in, and they're coming back in with a big EMP.
What Monarch needs to do here is they need to play just a little bit split, so that way at the very least their supports don't get hit by that.
That's right. Uni again just getting that Nightstrike out of position, trying to get those concussion mines, get that damage up to another tire. Hanzuki now coming in, takes down Michael G. Mike attacked out. Mosaic of the Gravitic Flux. That is huge right there. If you're not paying attention to that Sombra, you will pay for it, and Nightstrike will take down Eternal in tow. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock once again. Nice.
Nice.
As we wait for Lotus to regroup again.
We're seeing a little bit of struggle coming out here for Lotus. Just a little bit.
I don't think it's struggle. I think it's strategy. I think this is gonna be.
You think they're just gonna eat the
coming
board
out right now? Here it comes, Graviton, EMP. It's all coming down right now. He gets the 4-man hack with the screen offense working. Shatter now coming in as we see Mateus get the double kill on the Psychon and a trippy no heals towards the side of Monarch. Bob getting thrown back into the objective, able to touch just barely, trying to keep that time going. Tire now coming in from Nightstrike, looking to see if they can get the pick they're looking for. Ends up taking down Mateus. Atomic B taking down the Bob, and continuing to hold on to the objective right now. Bob now gets sent in for Uni, looking to see if they can get the value that they're looking for. The tackle comes in, takes down Atomic B as Mosaic follows up onto Uni, and somehow some way. We see Monarch bring it back from the clutches of the feet, taking the lead in the time bank and having only a tick remaining to hold this objective.
Monarch is just not having anything coming from Lotus yet. You know, we saw they had like what 4 or 5 Qs on board, and now they don't have any. I mean, admittedly, neither does Monarch, but that was 4 Qs.
Yep. That was indeed 4 Qs, and they're coming up on a couple of Qs once again after that very elongated fight. It's going to be interesting to see if they can hold it together. The thing is, they don't have a preventative ult to stop all the damage. Shatter coming in from Mateus again. Gets the double as they clean it up. They are going to grab this objective once again. The only one able to touch is going to be Mosaic. But now the time banks get shaved down. 2 minutes on the clock for the side of Lotus. 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock for the side of Monarch.
This is getting interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
This is definitely a match showing the best parts of both teams right now. They are just holding strong regardless. Monarch just doesn't want to lose this match without at least taking one in the pocket for tonight. I can just tell, and it's not necessarily that they've been playing bad. It has been back and forth between Lotus and Monarch all night, but Lotus is just the strategies, constantly countering the counters of the counters that come out for the side of Monarch. They are prepared, and they are taking every advantage that they can get every time they walk back into the field of battle, and that's all there is to it. We see the double shield coming out now with the Sigma Orisa, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little worried that this is gonna turn out like we saw for the side of Lotus, if not worse, during the first round.
If he'll just get ran over.
Yep.
We can only hope the best for them in this situation.
Well, we do have dueling Pharah Mercies in the sky right now, along with Uni and Hanzuki, as the hit scan's looking to take them out.
Nice,
Let's
get taken out real quick.
That's not a good way to start things off. Already getting taken down by UMN. The Rock comes in, gets nothing but shield though, as they work their way onto the high ground. Hanzuki does get the double kill though, so it's already a 4v5 or a 5v5 match right now as they move their way into that high ground. We see Eternal coming in on that Pharah in the back line. Hitkayan trying to help out, but ends up getting taken down. Psycon on the Batiste going to be able to hold strong right now. As we see the lamp come out, it is not soon enough as we see Mosaic fall, and that is going to be a collection of bodies on Objective Alpha taken for the side of Lotus. With only 60 seconds remaining on the clock, they will go ahead and grab this objective, giving them about a minute, 15 seconds to take Objective Bravo.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And now, there we go. Bravery back out on the Rhine. It's like I said before, they are going to get in and they're going to get aggressive. If you do not have a tank that can also get aggressive back, it's going to be hard to hold on. And Eternal going to take down Hanzuki on that Pharah once again. Mateus following up on Trippy at the Coalescence. And the Shatter coming in! It's all huge right now! Starting off slow, but it picks up speed real quick. First tick already on the objective for Lotus, looking to see if they can continue to hold this second tick right now as we see the Mercy able to touch point. Trying to hold on is Trippy. The tackle comes in. Gravitron now holding Bravery in place. Going to get defeated by Mateus as well. Psych on the right of Lucio trying to hold on to the objective as long as possible. Trying to run down that time back. Gets the high noon. Coming up for Mooney. Ends up taking them out of the sky. Eternal coming down with the barrage. Ends up getting the double kill with the boost from Mercy as Mateus follows up onto Trippy. They will grab the objective with only 17 seconds remaining.
Score.
Whew.
4-2. Switching.
That's all we got there is just whoo.
I told you that was a very questionable choice right there with the aggression that continues to come out from the side of Lotus. Monarch just kind of fell back on their heels. Unfortunately, they tripped up just a little bit. They thought that they could hold it, but you got to hold that aggression. You got to hold that aggression against an aggressive team, because if you're like, we'll switch it up, it's not gonna be a big deal. No, they will run you over successfully, like they have run you over all night with that particular double shield comp. I'd say the only swap that you really could do is with who that second shield is, whether it be Orisa or Sigma, but having that Rhine to kind of fight back with that hammer to get aggressive in return, you need that against an aggressive team. And now we're going to see Lotus do the same thing they did on round one. What is going on right here, folks? This is incredible. I'm just beside myself right now. We do got some Torb versus Symmetra action, though, going on between Nightstrike and Eternal, which it seems like these two have literally been dueling banjos all night long. But now we got Monkey Ball coming back in once again. The Maywall comes up for Hanzuki, and the ball dives in! Going for the big move, gets all 5! As we see the poop coming off the high ground there for Psycon. The only one they're not able to get is Eternal, as Bravery ends up falling to Eternal. That Torb turret takes down Psycon as well, looking to get that first pick on the objective, but they are running low on numbers right now. That Torb turret just doing an immense amount of damage in the backline right there. As we see now Bravery back out on the field after their team ends up getting taken out. They're going to go ahead and retreat very quickly. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's not something that we have to worry about too much here, as we still do have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the time bank. I think what they're kind of doing here is just trying to get a couple of ults and just trying to overpower Lotus.
That is true. Let's see if they can move their way in once again. We're getting ready to start seeing some ultimates coming online, but they got to take care of that Torb turret. It does more damage than you could ever know, folks. And there we go. Hanzuki able to take it down, as well as Atomic Nightstrike following up onto Uni. That is going to be some of the picks that they need to move in. Now when the barrier comes up for Nightstrike, looking to hold strong right now as they push their way in. Molten Core coming out in return from Eternal, but Mosaic is not having any of it. He's just going to push them further into the room, so he doesn't have to worry about getting taken out by the Molten Core, but eventually it does end up taking their lives. 1 tick already on the objective with a minute 20 on the clock right now. As we see the ball coming in, the res is clutch, bringing Mosaic back from the dead, as Psycon and Hanzuki follow up onto UMN and Atomic. They will grab Objective Alpha and move into Objective Bravo with just a little bit more time in the bank.
Just a little bit more time?
Just a little bit more time.
Alrighty, we are seeing a minute 30 left on the clock, man. We do have to see a cap here coming from Monarch. Otherwise, you know, they walk away 4-0 here, and that is not something that Monarch wants to have on their record.
That is true. The minefield is ready and raring to go. Ends up coming in after the slam, though. Not a good position to be in. Bomb goes, Immortality, and Deadeye come out and take down Mosaic. Barrage! Get down, ends up getting one, but Uni is getting pick after pick. Not even worried about that barrage. You got barrage, I got tiny bullets, stick you out sky. We do really good. And that is going to be a hold of the objective. 45 seconds remaining on the clock as they push Monarch back to spawn once again to prepare for their final attack.
Haha, McCree go quick.
McCree go quick. That's all it takes. Oh man. We are at that time that the cheeks are clenched as hard as they can be. Bravery has swapped over to the Diva to try to absorb a little bit more of that damage, because again, if we haven't quoted 1 mile enough tonight, in one shot, one opportunity. Two ultimates get wasted as they just go ahead and take the alternate route into the objective right there. Mateus able to take down Mosaic very quickly as they move their way in. The red trying to come in, but is unsuccessful as the High Noon now coming out from Umi. Tries to get up Sword, but takes down Hamzuki just before Bravery is able to get that defense matrix up. Overtime ticking away, and now looks like Lotus will truly bloom tonight as they go ahead and hold the objective, taking tonight's match 4-0 against Monarch.
I mean, it just whichever team in the situation, Lotus, the team that played better won. That's pretty much all I gotta say in that situation.
And here's that Pog tire right there, just barely able to get Zycon right there. Eternal being very happy about that. Really shaved some time off the clock for them, but goodness, the numbers are just crazy right here as we just see them lined up in front of us. Folks, we are at that point of the evening. We are at our player of the match tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let you start us off there, Zella. Who would you choose as your player of the match tonight?
You know, Jack, I'm only here as a fill-in here. I think you should be the one who should go out first.
Oh, very well, very well. I think the only person to give it to has got to be the healers, just the healers. I can't pick one healer on the side of Lotus between Kel, Kaneki, Atomic B, and Michael G. I don't care if the big plays came from Eternal and Uni. I don't care if the fat shatters came from Mateus, the fat grabs from UMN. We see that all the time, but they would not be able to do the stuff they do without the healers in their pockets, making sure that they can stay up and take all that immense amount of damage. So my beautiful healers for the Team Lotus, Atomic B, Michael G, and Kel Kaneki, you are my players of the match tonight. What do you got there, Zella?
Well, to be honest, as a DPS player myself, I do have a little bit of a bias here, but I have to give it to Uni, especially with that first map that we saw in Nepal, just completely shredding the entirety of Monarch in that situation. I mean, as Ashe and just lighting them up as they did, I feel like there's no better person to give it to. So Uni, you have my player of the match.
And that is going to be it for us this evening, folks. Go ahead and pop off in the chat who you all decide is your player of the match for this evening. Looking at the schedule for our upcoming matches, we have Calamity versus NACL, otherwise known as Salt, coming in on the 12th, as well as Earth, Wind, and Farah versus Game of Thrones for their first match on the 13th. Definitely some incredible teams going to be facing off against one another during our matches. Remember, they are every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But, you know, you wouldn't have to memorize that at all if you just show us how much you love us and punch that bell, so you get notified every time we're online. I can't say it enough. Why do I give you the schedule if you can just punch the bell and then your phone, your tablet, your computer, they all do it for you. They're like, ding, 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 hello. Overwatch Calvary Club Scrims is online. You should probably go watch. It's pretty cool, man. So, I mean, that's literally all you have to do. You can also hit that sub button. $4.99 our Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription gives you access to incredible emotes and supports our awesome community, as many have done this evening. Thank you so much for your continued support. That's going to be it for us here at the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. I'm Captain Jack.
And I am Zell, the Dirty One Trick McCree.
And we'll see y'all next time.